Hello people, thank you for joining me today. We're in James chapter 4 and we're talking about something that we're all, I'm sure, quite familiar with, and that is conflict. Conflict all over the place. Look around the world, look in the churches, look in the families, look in the businesses. Conflict is all around us. And James is warning us about this issue of conflict, and he's telling us where it comes from. He's telling us not the circumstances out there that are the problem. It's the condition of your own heart that could well be the problem, that is the source of the conflict that you are involved in. In verse 3 of chapter 4, he says this: "When you ask, you do not receive, because you ask with wrong motives, that you may spend what you get on your pleasures." You see, God will always judge. God very seldom judges in action. He judges the motive of somebody's heart. Now, I'm thinking of a good example of how I can portray this to you, but I think of Job, how he was blessed of God in a wonderful way. He had a lot of stuff, great family, good business. Satan came along and said the only reason that he is doing so well is because you're protecting him, God. If you took all that stuff away from him, he would curse you to your face. And God said, I don't think so. Go and test him. And so Satan came down and he took everything that was of physical value away from Job, ultimately his own health. And Job would not stop loving God. You see, he passed the motive test. And even when his wife came and said, I agree with all your friends, and I agree with Satan in a sense, you just need to curse God and die because you're being judged by God for your sin. And Job said, no, that's not true at all. My heart is right before the Lord. I don't always understand why I have to go through these things. He was a good human being like us, and who wouldn't say something like that? But Job was simply saying to us today, guard your heart. Guard your heart, because your motives are what counts. And when you ask of God, as the passage says, when you ask, you do not receive, because you ask with the wrong motives, that you may spend it on your good pleasure. Why do we ask God for the stuff we ask him for? Is it to make us feel more comfortable? Is it to keep us in with the in crowd? Or is it because we want to extend his kingdom and grow it and use that which he gives us to glorify him and to grow the kingdom that he loves? It's all of a question about your motive. I suppose in many ways we could look at ourselves in the sense of being like Job, because every biblical character has a place in you. You are living out the lives of all those biblical characters, and there may well indeed come times in your life where you'll be faced with the motive test. Why do you want to love God? Some people just say, I want to love God so I can get to heaven. Wow, wrong motive, wrong motive. Good idea, but wrong motive. Some people say, I want to love God because he'll make me healthy and wealthy and wise and he'll give me a good future. Well, nice idea, but it's not going to be true. God judges the motive of your heart. And sometimes even though you get the things that you're looking for, at the end of the day, they find out that they don't mean anything, because you will ascribe them to your own success, you'll ascribe them to your own strength and your own abilities. And God is saying, no, you've missed the point completely. I have blessed you with those things so that you could be a blessing to others. And although blessing, there's no blessing without the blessing of God, or if there is, it's not worth anything. Question yourself today, people. This is a devotional series, which means look into your own heart. Question your motives as to why you love God, why you serve God. And if there's any ulterior motive, root it out. Because the motive for serving God is simply that, to love God and to serve people. That's his purpose for you and for me. Think about that today, but have a good one. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.